What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and want stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. CDs, tapes, and vinyl this time. And I have a little bit of a label showcase video to do for you. And this is going to be of a label based out of Ohio called Redefining Darkness Records. This is a somewhat relatively newish label that pretty much specializes in putting out releases within both black metal and death metal, but what this label has been putting out recently has been nothing short of solid, and I have a multitude of 2017 titles to talk to you about here. It's mostly 2017 orientated stuff, but stick around because you may find something worth interest in this video. We're going to start off with the only vinyl in this video, and it's a 7-inch, and it's of a 2-track EP from a band that features the man who runs Redefining Darkness Records. Yeah, this is Grave Plague with the Infected Crypts. Yeah, this is originally released as a tape, but I believe the tape version sold out, and this version got put onto a 7-inch vinyl, which is only 2 tracks, Halls of the Rotten and Arise the Infected. If you can tell by the artwork and what type of lyrics this band writes about, this is pretty much straight to the point death metal. Death metal that gets a lot of influences from early 80s and 90s sort of death metal. You hear it in the riffs, you hear it in the drumming, you hear it in the bass lines, and you definitely hear it in the vocals. That's probably some of my favorite stuff about this particular EP is the vocal work. Very catchy, very evil sounding, very depraved in parts. And I think that's what makes this particular EP release enjoyable. This is the only release that I'm familiar with Grave Plague putting out right now. I believe there will be more stuff, hopefully, to come from this band in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna take off the plastic sleeve right here because it pretty much only sorry. Yeah, got the artwork here for the release. The Infected Crypts, very cool. Backside with lyrics, credits, and additional information. Got a nice little sublimated patch of the band logo. Very, very cool. And as I said, this is a 7-inch vinyl, and it comes on a very nice translucent green vinyl. Very, very nice quality here. Side A, Side B. Very good quality on this thing. Very good sound. 2 really solid tracks, definitely something worth paying attention to. Like I said, this is the only release Grave Plague has put out, but I would love to see and potentially hear more from this particular band. Really fun death metal, so yeah, Grave Plague with the Infected Crypts, go check this one out. Next up we got a pair of tapes, and this first tape I'm going to show you is a split of 2 very distinctive Ohio death metal bands. Sorry for that glare, but yeah. This is the split between From the Hellmouth and Mutate. Yeah, there you can see a little bit better. Yeah. 2 very distinctive bands. They're both Ohio-based. They're both death metal, but they're both different types of death metal. From listening to the stuff from the Hellmouth, they have a pretty much straightforward, to-the-point sort of style of death metal. I love the punch in their music. I love the aggressiveness. I love the vocals and delivery. It's very solid stuff. Tracks like The Wolves Must Be Fed. That's probably my favorite track out of the 3 on their side of the split. I think it's really solid. As far as Mutate is concerned, they're a different sort of death metal band. I believe they have a little bit more of a tendency to have that brutal death metal sort of quality and feeling for them. Really, really entertaining stuff. Crippled by Prescription, Split from the Inside. A lot of good bangers on that side of the split. I honestly prefer the From the Hellmouth side of the split, but I think it's all the more together entertaining to have 2 differing styles of death metal on a release like this. But yeah, a lot of potential from both of these bands, and I'm excited to see where they potentially go from here. But yeah, I'm going to show you once again, you have the artwork here. I'm going to take out the J card. Very nice artwork here. I love this. Spine with the track listings and what band is which. You have lyrics for all of the songs from both bands. Very good quality J card on here. And it comes on a very nice chrome tinted pro tape. There you see from the Hellmouth, which is a Redefining Darkness band. And on this side you have Mutate, which is another label run by the same guy that does Redefining Darkness, called Seeing Red Records. Really, really impressive stuff, but an overall entertaining split. If you want to look into splits that have two different sides of death metal, definitely check out From the Hellmouth and Mutate. Check this one out. From Ohio, we moved all the way to Singapore for some really, really top-notch black and death metal. Yeah, this is the dual EP release from Funeral Hearse with The Fist, The Spit, The Sword, and Heralding the Death Winds. Yeah, this is another somewhat newish band. They are based out of Singapore, and upon listening to the two EPs that this band put out, I'm almost sensing a little bit of a Christian, Angel Corpse-ish sort of vibe when it comes to the music. The vocals are a little bit on the raw and rough side. I love the vocal delivery being presented with what this band is all about. I mean, listening to Heralding the Death Winds, it's incredibly fierce. I believe you can listen to, yeah, the way the songs progress throughout this entirety of this EP is really awesome. Firestorm Majesty, the title track, Heralding the Death Winds of Doom. Really, really impressive stuff. But then you get to the other EP release that this band put out with The Fist, The Spit, The Sword. Really, really dark and chaotic sort of black and death metal. Purification, Sins, Profanation. I love that order in which the songs go in the direction each track takes. Really good drumming, really great riffs and vocals. Impressive that it's only a two-piece band, but I like this band's style. They really are impressive to listen to. But yeah, I'm going to show you the J card real quick. On this side is the side of the Spit, The Fist, The Spit, The Sword. You have this side of the J card. There you see the two band members in question. And as you can see, this flips to some alternative artwork, which is the art for Heralding the Death Winds. Yeah, really, really badass. There you have the track listing for this particular EP. There you see the same band photo, different band photo, track listing and credits. And it comes on a black pro tape with white ink. There you see The Fist, The Spit, The Sword, and Heralding the Death Winds on the B-side. Very, very killer quality on this particular tape. But yeah, this is definitely another band to be paying attention to. Really, really impressive stuff. So yeah, Funeral Hearse with The Fist, The Spit, The Sword, and Heralding the Death Winds dual EP cassette. Very impressive. Now we move on to the CDs. This first release is something that came out last year, and I think this is going to be something that's very much appealing to fans of old school death metal and Swedish sort of styles of death metal. Yeah, this is Sentient Horror with Ungodly Forms. Yeah. This is a co-release between Redefining Darkness Records and Testimony Records. These guys are based out of New Jersey, and judging by the artwork, upon first listening to this thing, I definitely got a little bit of that sweet death sort of vibe going for it. Especially when it comes to the overall storytelling of this band, the riffs, the vocal deliveries. I mean, this is just an incredibly enjoyable release from first track all the way to last. Abyssal Ways, Splinter the Cross. That's probably my favorite track off of this entire release. Ungodly Forms, A Host of Worms. Really, really killer job. Really killer job done here with this album when it comes to the vocals, the lyrics. I believe Dan Swano mastered this album, and I definitely think it's very impressive to listen to from front to back. But yeah, here's the artwork. Very, very good quality, badass. Track listing, pro CD, booklet with lyrics and band member photo here. Really dig the CD art here, very, very badass. This is their only full-length album, but I'd be very curious to know if there's going to be something new in the works from Sentient Horror. I'm really impressed with this release. So yeah, Ungodly Forms by Sentient Horror. Definitely check this one out. This next one I'm about to talk to you about is definitely one of my favorite newer bands that I've come across into. I had the privilege of getting to see this band live last month with Forceps. They did a tour with Forceps from Brazil, and I had never heard a note of this band, and upon listening to them, I immediately became a fan. Yeah, this is Bloodstrike with Execution of Violence. Yeah. Unfucking believable. When I first saw this band play live, I was incredibly blown away by this band's live presentation, their live sound, their live guitar tone. This is a band that definitely has a very heavy HM2 pedal sort of quality going for them. I'm noticing a little bit of a Swedish death metal influence. I'm hearing a bit of bolt thrower in bits and spurts. That's what it reminded me of, and as soon as I was able to see them live, I got to look up some of their music. I loved what I heard. I believe they put out an album a couple years ago in Death Rot. I think that's the name of their debut. I could be wrong, but yeah. This is their newest album, Execution of Violence, and it's just absolutely marvelous. This will give your stereo system the best workout you could possibly give it. It is just so unbelievably bone-crushing. Procreating for Death, Ministry of Hate, the title track, Corpses for Dissection, Whoremonger, absolutely brutal stuff. I love this vocalist style, very much twisted and dark. I love the riffs, the bass tone, the drum style. It's very much heavy death, and I cannot recommend this album enough. This is amazing. But yeah, very cool artwork here, digipack. Yeah, these guys are based out of Colorado, and they're so fucking awesome. There you have the band members in question here. See the art. On the back of this, you have the credits and information. But yeah, if you ever see this band live, go see them live. They will be absolutely worth your time and attention. I cannot recommend this album enough. Bloodstrike, Execution of Violence, very good shit. And the last CD I'm going to show you is another Ohio band that delves into more sleazy Black Death sort of territories. Yeah, this is Nail Black with Envied. Yeah. Redefining Darkness Records release. This is their debut full-length, and they're a two-piece band based out of Ohio, Rob Void and Malum. And upon listening to this EP, I definitely got that nihilistic, dark sort of vibe when listening to this album. I love the riffs, I love the drumming, I love the frenzied pace of the vocals. This is just some seriously entertaining stuff. I mean, it's only 7 tracks long and 31 minutes in length, but you get the most out of this with this particular release. I definitely think the best is still to come from a project like Nail Black, but I was unbelievably impressed by this. Kingdoms Crumble, The Wolf, Pig Digger, Unholy Holy War. Really crazy, over-the-top sort of band. I love this band's mentality and approach. It's really fun stuff, but yeah. Here's the artwork here. Very good stuff. Track listing and credits. 6-panel digipack. There you see the band members in question. Artwork and assorted other goodies right here. Very good release. But yeah. Nail Black, Envied, very impressive debut full length. Definitely check these guys out. And yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to all the bands that I mentioned here in this video. I will also leave you a link to the Redefining Darkness Bandcamp where you can purchase all of these releases in question. A lot of them are still readily available. There's definitely more to come from this label, and I definitely cannot endorse Redefining Darkness Records enough, so go support this label. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Ho out.